Good morning, Dirty Yogis. We're live on Facebook and Instagram, and I am talking about New Year's resolutions. Yeah, it's huge at the moment. It's everywhere, right? It's all over your news feed, and everybody's talking about them. Everyone's asking what the New Year's resolutions are. Um, so I wanted to have a quick chat about that. Um, yeah, I don't know. For me, there's something a little negative about New Year's resolutions. The idea that, there's something wrong, that, you have to be a new year, new you, and all of this, and that there was something wrong with the old you. So I wanted to jump on and talk about that and what you can do instead that might be more helpful. Um, so jump on as you're joining and say hi. Let me know how you're doing. I am back teaching on Monday, so I'm still not officially back to work at the moment, and really enjoying the last few days. The kids are here, so it might not be the longest Facebook Live. You know yourself, when the kids are off, they always want to join in for a little bit. Um, but I was sick like all over Christmas. The last time I did a Facebook Live, uh, it was before Christmas, and I was saying, "Yeah, I think I'm getting better." I was not getting better. It was the drugs. I was so sick until a few days ago. So I'm really enjoying these last few days where I'm not sick and I'm still kind of having time with the kids and getting to do all the bits and pieces. So yeah, it's nice to have that extra time. For those of you who are coming back to classes in the new year, if you haven't booked, there's a wait list for all the classes except for Monday, the 7 o'clock class on Monday. So make sure you get booked into that one because all the others are completely full. So let's jump on into the New Year's resolution. So yeah, the idea of a resolution is resolving the problems of the previous year. And, I think it's much more helpful um, to recognize that, the like reflect on the year and recognize all of the achievements that you had, because a year did not go by without a ton of achievements for you. So it's really important to remember that, to look at where you started, where you finished up. A year is never a constant progression, right? There's hills, it's a roller coaster, there's ups and downs, and that's totally normal. So have a look at that and think about the year, and definitely acknowledge all of the achievements that you had throughout the year, and um, and then set intentions, or an intention for the year coming, rather than this big list of things that you have to change about yourself, because usually it's ridiculous things that are not going to change, and it's a massive list. It's like, completely redesign your whole person, and that doesn't need to be done. But what I like to do is to pick one thing, one area that I would like to give my attention to, and then focus on that, and see where I can improve on where I'm at the moment. So you can just pick any one thing. It doesn't have to be a big list of things. I think it's better to pick one or two areas that you want to focus on and do that, and it's much more achievable. You don't feel like a failure at the end of January when you've got this big list of things that didn't work out. And yeah, so I mean, tell me, what's going to be your one thing that you want to put your awareness on, bring your attention to, and work on. Like it doesn't have to be a massive change, and sometimes your overall goal for the year can be a big goal, but you can break that down into much smaller goals, week on week or month on month, that you're working on something in particular. So for me, it's working. I have a few things I'm working on, but my biggest thing actually is my diet, getting more whole food, like focusing on more whole food. Amanda would like to work on self-esteem and self-belief, and realizing that I am enough. Yes, it's, you know what, we put so much pressure on ourselves, thinking that that we need to do more. I have a pal here with me now. It didn't take long, like 5 minutes. Say hello. Take your susu out. So do have a think about it, and take the pressure off. You know, whatever. Like if you've already made that big list, which you probably have on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, go back and look at it again, and see what's the big thing that you want to put your attention on. Forget about the rest. For the moment, you know, and give yourself a break and take more time for reflection. Acknowledge where you've come from or what you've done over the last year, because that's huge, and it's really important to remember those things. So I'm gonna wrap up, because as you can see, it's one of those days. But next week, kids are back in school. Everything's back to normal. I will be here. You're not at school. It's going to be, hi, Richie. It's going to be 10 o'clock Fridays. No interruptions. And I'm really looking forward to jumping in there back into the new year. So let me know what you want me to talk about, guys. And I'm always happy to help. Let me know what you're enjoying as well about the Facebook Lives, because it helps me. It helps me to know.
Where are we going today?
Just give me 1 sec, Pat.
Where are we going today?
I don't know. Just 1 second. Yeah, it helps me just to know what content to give you. So do let me know what you're getting from the lives, what you want to hear from me. And I will be here next week. So don't forget, guys, if you're coming to class, there's space left in Monday night class at 7 o'clock. Everything else is fully booked. So there's a wait list for all of the other classes. And that is all for today. I shall talk to you next week. Love you loads. Bye.